So patients want to know, why do you get osteoarthritis in the first place? Like, why does this happen to certain joints in your body, like your knee joints or your hip joints? And the answer is multifactorial, right? So the most common reason is that we're just living too much longer than our ancestors were living. You know, human beings usually before the last few centuries, we only lived to like 50s and 60s. Now you're living well into your 70s and 80s. And you know, it's not like a set of tires that you can just rotate and change out every so many miles. We got the same, you know, joints that we got to live with for the rest of our lives. For sure, there are things like knee replacements and hip replacements that eventually people are getting, but there's a lot of heartache and pain before you can get there, right? So that's one thing, we're just living much longer than our ancestors. Number two is we're heavier. So these are weight-bearing joints, especially the knee joint where one bone just sits on top of the other. So more pressure results in more destruction, you know, of the joint, and those ligaments, the wear and tear is under significant pressure. And then the third one that very few people kind of know about is inflammation, systemic inflammation in your body. The food we're eating these days, especially the highly processed fast food type of foods with the high, you know, oily foods that we're eating, it's causing inflammation in our bodies, and we may not even realize it. Now, osteoarthritis is an inflammatory disease, so that if you already have existing inflammation in your body, it's kind of like fuel on a fire or oil on a fire, just accelerates it, you know. It makes that whole process even go faster. So, you know, the causes of osteoarthritis, there are multiple. What's happening, especially in North America, is like there's a perfect storm with inflammatory diet that we're eating, excess weight that we are incurring, and living longer. All these things are causing early osteoarthritis and the degeneration of those bones and tissues inside the joint. So hopefully you found this information useful. If not, you know, definitely call us. Sometimes it's better to sit down and talk to somebody who's an expert in this space and look at your particular individual situation and come up with a game plan and an explanation on why you may be having the problems that you're having. And with that, I'll say thank you. Take care.